Oh, it's lovely to be here with you again this week. I hope you've had a really fun week. I have had lots of fun in the sun. It's just been lovely. We've had the paddling pool out and we bought a piece of gutter, which is like a long tube, and we've been putting water down it and cars down it and playing with that, and it's been really fun to play. So this week in Creche Online, we're going to do something a little bit different. You'll notice that I'm not Ben. Ben's not here today, but we're going to do something different. We're going to play together and you can join in and we can play together at the same time when you're watching this video. So what you will need to join in is a tray of some sort, a paintbrush, and maybe some sand or rice, or I've actually got this little pack of lentils. And what we're going to start by doing is pouring the lentils or rice or sand or whatever you have onto the tray. You need quite a lot of them. Now, you could do this with little pieces of paper cut up. What else could you use? Maybe something small. We've got couscous, that you could use couscous or something like that. So I hope you can see I've got the lentils here on my tray. I'm just going to spread them out a little bit here. And I want you to grab your paintbrush and see if you can draw a circle with your paintbrush. You might have to go around a few times. Oh, look, I've done a little circle there. You can see that very well. What else can you do? Give them a little shake so we'll spread out again. Could you draw a square? Look, I've done a square. Can you draw a square with yours as well? And then shake them, bring them all back together again. Now, a bit of a trickier one. Can you draw or write the first letter of your name? My name begins with a B, so I'm going to try and draw a B. There's my B. You can draw, if you could write all of your name, you could do all of your name, that would be very clever. Or you might like to do the number, how old you are. My number might be a bit too big to draw on here. You can draw a triangle, or you might want to draw a diamond, like a kite shape. Now, what about we could try, if you spread it out on the tray, can you try to sweep it all into the middle? Pretend that your brush is a big sweeping brush. Have you ever used a big sweeping brush before? They're quite hard to control, aren't they? But they help you to sweep things up that are on the floor. Or you might have used a dustpan and brush, which is a bit smaller and a bit easier to use, and you can sweep things up from the floor. You might be able to sweep your materials into the middle, sweeping my lentils into the middle. Very good. It's very good for your muscles, is this. Got lots of muscles in your hands, and this helps you to hold things, to grip things. It helps you to learn to move things around, control it. Very good. And when you come to do writing, when you go to school or when you go to preschool, this can really help with that as well, help it to be a bit easier for you. Now, all this sweeping has reminded me of a story from the Bible. Now, last week, did you remember the story that we looked at? And it was all about a man, and his name began with a J. It was Joseph. And Joseph had 11 brothers, and his brothers did not like him. This is Joseph, and his brothers sold him. Oh, how awful. So he was taken off to a place called Egypt, and there he was sold as a slave to a man called Potiphar. This is Potiphar. Now, Potiphar was a very important person in Egypt, and he was a friend of Pharaoh. Pharaoh's like a king. And he was really good friends with the Pharaoh, and he bought Joseph to be his slave. Now, Joseph was a very, very good slave, and God blessed Joseph, and everything that Joseph did, he made it a success. Everything that Joseph did, God made it go really, really well. So Joseph probably had to sweep the floor, and he did it really well. And he probably had to clean the windows, and he did it really well. And he probably had to mow the grass, and he did it really well. And he might have had to do the food shopping, and he did it really well. God made everything that Joseph did a success. So everyone loved Joseph, and they thought he was great. He was a very good slave. But Potiphar's wife, this is her, she did not like Joseph, and she wanted to get him into trouble. So she made up a lie and said that Joseph had done something that he hadn't really done. But everyone believed Potiphar's wife, so Joseph got told off and he got sent to prison. Poor Joseph. So sad. But in prison, the Pharaoh heard that Joseph was very good at telling him what his dreams meant, and the Pharaoh was having lots of strange dreams. Now, he tried other people in the land and said, can you tell me what my dreams meant? Can you tell me what my dreams mean? And they couldn't. So he sent for Joseph. And Joseph told the Pharaoh exactly what his dreams meant. And Joseph was released from prison, and he became very good friends with the Pharaoh. How good is that? So last week we saw how Joseph's story wasn't a very good ending. But now it's a little bit better, isn't it? Now he's out of prison and he's friends with the Pharaoh. That's very good. And next week we'll see how his story gets even better and even more exciting. So, how are you coming on with your sweeping? Are you doing well? I wonder if we could think about some of the things from the story. Maybe we could find out again. Draw prison bars, because poor Joseph was in prison. So you need to do some stripes or some lines across, just like this. Or they might want to come down like prison bars. Poor Joseph. But God made everything work out for Joseph, and his story got better. I'm going to draw a big tick to show us that things got better. I wonder what else you have drawn. You might like to do an ice cream, or you might like to draw a car, or a really hard one, you might like to draw a cat. That would be a really hard one, and this, wouldn't it? Be really hard to do a cat, all the little details. And do you know what? You could use other things. You wouldn't have to just use a paintbrush. You could use a lollipop stick, or a straw, or even your finger. Is it easier when you use your finger, or is it easier when you use a paintbrush. See what you think. It has been lovely spending some more time with you again this week, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.